the day of that we crown those that of God will crown the God of the universe, God of the universe. You know what I'm saying? And this is the day of the blessing of new fruits, something like that. New fruit that God is more likely, I believe, is going to produce a new fruit or do a new thing. Now, don't forget about Isaiah Isaiah 43:19. Well, God is all about doing it. He will do a new thing very soon. But I believe that new day the new thing is approaching very soon. But the topic of the message. Oh man, I had an interesting conversation with some young people at the skating park. I thought it was so cool. I'm so happy that I can conversate with young people. I prefer to conversate with young people because young people are at a position of adolescence, or more likely a position that they understand that they must learn something within the world that they live in. Adults think they already know all the answers. But that's another message itself. Topic of this message. I want to talk about. I made an example to one of the girls that was talking to about. Well, I gave them a card, something like a card to my YouTube channel, and we had an interesting conversation about how they look at life, and they question, what you mean reality? Always, when people, question what I'm all about, I tell them, say, look, the world system wants you to make you believe you live in an earth, but I want to show you and reveal that you live in a universe. You know what I'm saying? See, because I serve the God of the universe, I can look at things from a universal spectrum, you know what I'm saying, that people need to be seeing from the universal spectrum concerning about a universe that I didn't create. God created, you know what I'm saying, to function a particular way. But of course the world system doesn't want you to believe there's a God. It wants you to believe that they can tell you about the universe and stuff like that. But the thing is, when a system like the world system has been telling so many lies, about a lot of things, it's not supposed to be a system that is trustworthy on giving you a good idea of what the universe is all about. But that's another message. But I want to talk about that I made an example to the girl that you can't find purpose in finding what you want. You can't find your purpose in finding what you want. You know what I'm saying? Because I made an example to her. I said, what if I want $1 million? Okay, what if I get $1 million? Will you think I will find my purpose in the $1 million? You know what I'm saying? You will say, of course, operating in this world system, yeah, you can find your purpose in $1 million. You know what I'm saying? You can go spend it up and buy everything you want, and hopefully buy things you need. But hold on, is the $1 million are going to tell you what you want? Is the $1 million going to tell you what you need, or is it going to tell you what is your purpose? You know what I'm saying? It's the question. Like people, you know what I'm saying? You can want people. You can want people to be around you. But the question is, do these people want you to understand your purpose? You know what I'm saying? Or they just want to hang out with you and do this and do that. And but when it comes to conversation about stuff, do they want you to find your purpose? Is the question that you better question when you around certain friends or certain acquaintances that you hang around with, that you talk to. Do they want you to find your purpose? Because life and reality is all about purpose. Everything serves a purpose. This iPad that I'm recording on is created to serve a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Every item, these keys right here, is here to create it for what? Create to serve a purpose to unlock doors or unlock vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Everything is created for a purpose. These headphones are created to go in your head and to hear sounds, music, or whatever. Everything that I want you to really get this ideal of this message, everything comes. Now watch this. This is what I really want you to get. Serve a purpose. It's to serve a purpose. Now watch this. I can use these keys for trying to cut into a hard plastic bag. You know what I'm saying? I can use these, earphones for something else than hearing music. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, here's the thing about that, the ideal of a lot of things. If you, all I know, Satan is all about this one simple thing, is to get people to utilize things not for their purpose. You know what I'm saying? Not for their purpose. He's pretty much bringing the knot to God's ideal establishment of purpose. You know what I'm saying? He's all about the knot. That is, and all you got, and to me, all I got to see is the knot. Like I did a message of that, looking for the knot. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. It's right there before your eyes, but it depends on what's in your heart, though. It depends on what you desire in your heart. You got lust in your heart? Do you got love in your heart? Like I tell people, love is all about something that will drive you to your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Lust is something will drive you to just pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Just pleasure of the flesh. It's just pleasure of the flesh. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? It's not to your purpose. It's not you serving, like, the ideal of, man and woman. You know what I'm saying? Man and woman was created for, to serve a purpose. And that purpose of their creation is, as what God said in the beginning, is to be fruitful and multiply. Now, and like there's a dual job that is given to a male and female when they are establishing a family. And there's one to be a husband and another one to be a father. That's what a father, and a woman to be a wife and to be a mother. There's a dual purpose to this position. And the thing is to understand that you are created to serve these. Now watch this. You're supposed to understand that you're created to serve this dual purpose that a lot of couples don't get these days, because they look at the outward appearance and see she looks good, she looks fine, she looks sexy, and the ladies, oh, he looks handsome, he looks cute, he looks fine, and the sexy behind it. And that is the, first of all, a condition of an ideal motivation of being with a person for physical reasons. That is not, about really serving a purpose. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to serve a purpose, because here's the thing is about the ideal of that sexy part. That sex is for production more than it's for pleasure. It's for production that produces families. You know what I'm saying? That needs a responsibility of being for the men, a father, and a husband, and a woman, being a wife and a mother. It needs this dual purpose. But love is supposed to teach you that dual purpose of fulfilling a purpose to help a child to raise them up in an understanding of the world and the climate that they live in. But I can, not utilize the word sex for a purpose of just pleasure, just pleasure. And that's what the lust of the flesh is all about, looking at life. Now, the thing is, we need to understand that same idea aspect goes to everything that exists. Everything that exists is because we live in life is about production. You know what I'm saying? It's about production. I mean, here's the thing. If life is about production, everything that's created, produced, the stuff I give you, the keys, you know what I'm saying? The headphones, these stuff over here, all of these items you see right here are produced. You know what I'm saying? They're produced, from things. They're production. And the thing is, they don't understand that everything is produced from a factory. A factory put together everything and created all kind of bits of things and made it out of the material and made it for a purpose. A purpose to come together to form something, to make something that will bring significance and serve a purpose, serve a role. You know what I'm saying? That like a lighter, a fire, a lighter is there to click to light up fire. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's for that purpose. People, smokers can say that, oh, this is a cigarette lighter. You know what I'm saying? It's not really a cigarette lighter. It's a lighter that lights fire. You know what I'm saying? It can be like any kind of fire. It can light candles. It can light this. It can light that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people need to understand, that everything serves a purpose. But when things are not serving its purpose for what is created and not significant, it will violate the ideal of creation. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody a secular person look at it. Oh, like God put these rules, thou shalt not, thou shalt not, thou shalt not. But he's doing this because it will violate if we do these things, it will violate the ideal of creation and things turn out bad. And everybody, it's funny, atheists can say, oh, well, there's no God because look at all the bad things that are going on in this world. Look at all the bad stuff that's happening. Well, that's the indication, if bad stuff are happening, is the indication that men are not obeying God's word. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's saying. Now, the thing is, like I told atheists, I said, how many people are obeying the laws of the God that they created? Now, if they obeyed the laws of God and follow through it, and if it's chaos, if it perceives confusion, conflict, and chaos, then you can say for a fact that there's no God. But if people are violating his laws and bad stuff happening, that may give a great ideal spectrum that there is a God. You know what I'm saying? Well, but you got to prove that he's not real. You know what I'm saying? Concerning of his spectrum and his actions and what he's all about. That, but they will nick and pick the Old Testament and, nick and pick certain things in the New Testament to make sure that the ideal philosophy is not a real philosophy, and they don't want to believe that God is real, I guess, because they want to be gods. But everything serves a purpose, and that's what I want people to get on the quest. Like I told them, I said, don't take my word for it. Go find, if I give you this information, go find out if this information is correct. Don't just say, oh, it's correct because God is in it and Jesus is in it. No, I don't want you to make this correct because of that. I want you to find out if it's correct by your own investigation on finding out the truth. Is what truth can only be truly found. Is what I'm all about in Mac Johnson Reality. But I am just guaranteed when you try to seek and find the reality, you will run into God and Jesus Christ if you truly, sincerely trying to find reality. All right, that's the message. God be the glory, him forever and ever, and ever. In Jesus' name, amen.